Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Israel Brief with me, Rolene Marks, where we take a look at those top stories making the headlines in Israel. We do it every Monday to Thursday, and we do it because the mainstream media will not show you Israel's side of the story, but we will. And just to remind you guys that next week and the week after, I will be briefing from Down Under. Yep, I am headed to Australia, and I promise to bring you guys the Israel brief from Australia. Still will be keeping a beady eye on what is going on in Israel, of course. Now, today is day 579. It is also the 7th of May, which marks 19 months exactly since the attacks of the 7th of October. And as we've been saying again and again, and somebody actually posted a comment, I think it was on our Facebook page, saying thank you for always keeping the hostages front and center of the global consciousness. And we are absolutely going to do that until the last one returns home. We will not forget until the last one returns home. And there are no more hostages left in the hell of Gaza. So with that said, let's take a look at those top stories. And yesterday when we left off, Israel's Arabic spokesperson for the IDF had issued an evacuation warning for Yemenite people around the airport in Sana'a. Now, shortly after that, the Israeli Air Force started airstrikes on the airport, effectively disabling the entire airport. So what did they strike? They struck runways, they struck aircraft, they struck logistics hubs that are used to move and arm Iranian personnel. Remember that Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, said on Sunday, after that ballistic missile fired by the Houthis towards Israel landed in the vicinity of Ben Gurion Airport, he said, "We will hit you back sevenfold." And Israel made good on that promise. Now, the Houthi spokesperson has said that Israelis should sleep in their shelters, that they will continue to strike Israel. Meanwhile, without knowledge to the Israeli officials, President Trump announced last night that the Houthis have said that they will stop attacking American ships and positions in the Red Sea. And President Trump said that as a result, the American troops will not attack Houthi sites. Now, this follows a truce brokered between the Houthis and the Americans by Oman. Meanwhile, the Houthis have said this does not include Israel, and they will continue attacks on the state of Israel. Last night, President Trump also very controversially said that only 21 out of the 24 living hostages are still alive. He said 3 had died. Now, he did not elaborate on identities or how he came about this information, but as you can imagine, this created an immense amount of distress for hostage families who are waiting, as they have been now for 579 days, doing everything they can to have their loved ones released. Now, Israel's envoy on the hostage situation, Gal Hirsch, said that this is not true. There are still 24 hostages that are alive. They have updated the families, and we know that the 35 that have been confirmed deceased, the families know about that too. But it has really resulted in immense stress and pain for the families who are hoping that President Trump is not accurate with his information. A short while ago, news broke in Israel that the United Arab Emirates is mediating secret meetings between Israel and Syria. Now, in an op-ed in Bloomberg a few weeks ago, An American official said that Syria is very keen and open to entering the Abraham Accords. Let's see what happens, guys. But in the meantime, these talks center around security and intelligence gathering and intelligence matters, as well as confidence building. Now, if you recall, Israel and Syria do not have official relations. In fact, Israel has been striking military assets belonging to the former Assad regime in Syria in the fear that they fall into hostile hands and encroach ever closer to our borders. And finally, dozens of former Eurovision contestants, well, at least 70 of them, out of the thousands that have performed at Eurovision, have signed a letter to the organizers calling for them to bar Israel's entry to Eurovision. Now, just a reminder that Israel's entrant this year, Yuval Raphael, is a survivor of the Nova Festival massacre, and I really encourage everybody to look for her story online. It is absolutely shattering. And if you are in a country that can vote in Eurovision, please vote for our girl Yuval. Let's teach these haters a lesson, apart from the fact that she's absolutely phenomenally talented and the song is fantastic. It is called A New Day Will Rise. It's better than that crazy stuff we saw from, what was the Irish entrant's name? Exactly, I've forgotten too. Anyway, they have accused Kan, that's Israel's national broadcaster who broadcasts Eurovision in Israel, of being complicit in genocide. They've also accused Israel of the practices of apartheid. No doubt you can tell by my accent, I grew up in South Africa during the apartheid years, and nothing is more further than the truth than calling Israel an apartheid state. And have accused the organizers of double standards because they barred Russia following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The organizers have dismissed their letter. So that's it from me for today, guys. Don't forget, tomorrow is Mensch and Moron Day. But before I let you go, let's take a look at the audience question, and it comes from Simon in Melbourne, who says, why does Israel continue to allow for discussions around aid when no hostages come out? Well, I can totally understand that it is a controversial issue here in Israel. We have sent in, if the COGAT website, COGAT is the site that updates you on a daily basis about humanitarian aid in the Gaza Strip. If that is up to date, with the last I checked, over 1 million tons of humanitarian aid has entered the Gaza Strip. And we've had numerous reports, including one in the Free Press today, saying there is no starvation in Gaza. What we do know is Hamas and other gangs are withholding that aid and either keeping it for themselves or reselling it at exorbitant prices. Now, Israel has said that we will resume allowing aid into the Gaza Strip. We don't want a humanitarian catastrophe with civilians in Gaza. We understand that people are frustrated and people are angry that no hostages are coming up, but we don't want to see a total collapse of the situation for civilians in Gaza. So we will continue to have these discussions, and we will continue to let in aid, even though I don't know of any other country engaged in warfare that is expected to send humanitarian aid to the enemy population. So I hope that answers your question, Simon, and a reminder that if you have any questions, please pop them in the comment section below or be in touch with us via our website. And speaking of our website, you can find it at www.layoftheland.online. Our YouTube channel is right here at the Israel Brief. Remember, guys, if you like our content, please subscribe. Let's get the algorithm going so that more and more people see the Israel Brief. Hey, I'm not going for world domination. I mean, a small cult following is fine, but let's see how we go. We're on Facebook at Lottel Site. We are on LinkedIn at Rolene Marks, on Instagram at Rolene_Marks, on X at Lay of the Land 5. I always forget that one, guys. So with that, That's it from me for today. God bless you all, and I will see you again tomorrow for the Israel Brief. Bye for now.